move over to this important issue now. Water and Sanitation Minister Senzo Mchunu is worried that the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro is running out of water. Mchunu is today leading talks in Gqeberha amid the addressing this crisis. We've got our senior reporter, Aviwe Mtila, who's following the story and joins us for the very latest. I mean, it's a scary thought, Aviwe, but it's not a new one, because we'll remember that a few short years ago, just before the pandemic, actually, there was talks of a day zero where there was a national crisis on the provision or availability of water. Now we're seeing it zoned in to the province where you are at the moment, and the minister expressing grave concern. But with that concern that the minister has expressed, Senzo, Aviwe Mtila, surely the minister has a plan.
It's that plan that they're thwarting out inside the water resilience workshop this very moment, colleague. You'd understand that the last time that the water reserves were full here in Nelson Mandela Bay Metro was in 2015. As it stands, they're sitting at about 12 to 15%, which is a cause of concern, colleague. In fact, I want to rope in someone that is tasked with the difficult job of keeping the taps running in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, and that is Joseph Tsatsira. Thank you for joining us at ENCA. But how bad is the situation?
Thank you for the opportunity. Currently, our dam levels are sitting at 15.63, which means that, taking into consideration, we have got plus or minus 9% that is available to us. It means that we need to use water sparingly, and at all times push the day zero away through intervention that we are currently involved in.
And there are talks of direct and indirect measures inside here. What are some of those measures that can be taken going forward to alleviate even day zero coming closer?
From the direct interventions, currently we are looking at the supply side, whereby we have actually done a couple of projects. The very first one is the expansion of the Noikadak treatment works, which actually gets water from the Orange River system, and we have expanded that plant with 70 megalitres on a daily basis. It means that by end of this month, by end of September, we have additional 70 megalitres of water going into our system. But the other interventions are the borehole interventions. Obviously, in trying to increase our water mix, we are tapping into groundwater. Since 2010, we have done various studies from a geohydrologist point of view, and we have located quite a number of areas where we have got high yield boreholes. The very first one is Gqeberha, where we have sunk boreholes, and obviously we are currently now building a treatment works, which is going to be ready end of September again, and this is going to give us 10 megalitres on a daily basis. And this means again that 10 megalitres is going to go into the grid and mitigate us from the drought. We have got another set of boreholes, that is Bushy Park, on the western side of the city, and again it's going to be ready end of September. Contractors will speak on site, and again it's going to give us 10.2 megalitres on a daily basis. And all these interventions from a supply point of view, we ensure that we are increasing water into our water reticulation grid. But again, from a demand perspective, we are quite doing a lot of work to reduce demand on the system. Firstly, it's education and awareness, and secondly, we are also doing a lot of work around physical restriction of our consumers to ensure that they adhere to the threshold that we have set, as well as fixing leaks. It's also another area of intervention that we are embarked on.
Talking about those physical restrictions, the minister did mention that even the shower times might be capped. Amid your shower, if you exceed the time that you're supposed to be showering in, that might be capped. How realistic is that? And maybe also get us insight on how close day zero is as it stands.
Okay, so from a restriction point of view, I've mentioned, we are embarked on education and awareness. We are encouraging, consumers to use at least 50 litres per person per day. But obviously, failing to do that, we are then embarking on a physical restriction of consumers. Council has agreed on a restriction notice that allows us to put a demand management device on consumer households that are actually exceeding 9 kiloliters on a daily basis. What it means is that the device will actually release for example, 200 liters of water on a daily basis, cumulatively up until 9 kiloliters at the end of the month. What it means is that if you use your quota of 200, it will actually cut off, open up again at 12 o'clock on a daily basis, up until, you have reached your 9 kiloliters, allocation.
Okay, thank you very much. That is Joseph Tsatsiro, the man that's tasked with the difficult job of keeping the taps running in Nelson Mandela Bay Metro as they're trying to alleviate and push away day zero here.
And of course, we saw it was quite a severe situation, Aviwe Mtila, in Cape Town. And if he's still there with you, ask him if he's had engagements with the provincial government of Cape Town to maybe get ideas on how they can assist each other in creating the solutions, long-lasting solutions.
In fact, let me get that response now, colleague. Bring in the man with the difficult job that I don't envy at all, just to get an understanding if there are those conversations between Cape Town and the interventions that they're making there, and also the Eastern Cape, more pointedly Nelson Mandela Bay, in just starving away day zero this side.
Yeah, obviously, I think we are in contact with the city of Cape Town. There's quite a lot of peer learning that we are actually doing, as counterparts. We actually have got colleagues that used to work for the city of Cape Town in the city to able to assist and actually monitor some of the interventions that we are currently doing. And they are actually deployed, through National Treasury. And I think we continue to learn not only from city of Cape Town, but other international cities as well that has gone through, a drought before.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph Tsatsiro there, saying that they do in fact take lessons and notes from the city of Cape Town and the measures that they've had in place in curbing away day zero.
Thank you very much, Aviwe Mtila, senior reporter, joining us for the very latest on the water crisis in the Eastern Cape.